Hello and welcome from the Ugly Bottler, a character who may or may not continue to live on. This is my trip to Thailand. This is the hotel I stayed in, and out this window you will notice the almighty paint job where they forgot the ceiling, or anywhere where a wall touches another that cannot be seen when you're laying on a bed, including the floor and every single join. Notice all paint missing down below the window, up beside the window, and right across the ceiling. Lovely paint job, but good construction. And from the other window, we get a good view of the traffic, where motorbikes don't seem to follow road rules, if there are any road rules. They turn across traffic, ride through traffic, go the wrong way on the wrong side of the road. Yeah. And notice those railway lines? Trains do use those railway lines. And if you don't believe me, you will soon see a train using these railway lines. Those red flashing lights means that the gates are coming down, but people are still going through the crossing. In fact, there is the gate now, and they're still going through the crossing. And here comes the train. It's just letting passengers off, but will shortly be coming across. And people are still riding across the railway line. And even walking. Can only happen in Thailand. And let's not wait for the gate to go back up. Let's just rush across. The madness and mayhem of Thailand, day and night. Now from Bangkok, we head for Koh Samui. This is one car ferry coming across the water that goes to Natong. I never used these ferries because I was staying around by the Raja ferry, which is more for locals rather than tourists. This is the tourist one, the more modern, newer ferries. And that is one of the main streets of Natong, where you drive right along the foreshore. Beautiful spot, one-way street. So it's nice and wide and traffic going all in the one direction. Beautiful street. And not a bad little beach either. In fact, a bit further along as we pan along, they do parasailing in that little spot. And you can learn to parasail. I was sitting in a little English restaurant that was nice and cheap with high quality food. And now over to the Raja ferry, which is near to where I was staying. These boats are a bit older. In fact, they've got one there that should have retired years ago. If you're allergic to pollution, I wouldn't get on board one of them. It blows more smoke than Puffing Billy at his peak. A couple of these boats never seem to move, so they may have actually been retired. And it's the view offshore from the Raja ferry. And on the shore of the Raja ferry, well, that one's definitely retired, but it also wasn't a car ferry. And this boat, long since retired, had a nice little rotten hole in the bottom of it, so I wouldn't like to put it out in the water. And well, this rope ties up boats, but also catches the rubbish. And this pier seems to be not used so much and is owned by one of the hotels on Koh Samui. And this is a little cave that's down in underneath the rocks underneath this hotel. You'd certainly go in there and get lost and daydream. And further round on Koh Samui, we come across a statue with a Chinese statue actually that tells the story of a general from China. And now this is Lamai Beach. Little bit of rubbish laying around, but not too bad a beach. I didn't film the bars along there, but there are a few bars. And this is a nice little restaurant, only open for lunch. With the prices, and that's how you can find it. If you ring that number, you'll be able to find it. And that's the chef. Good Thai food, cooked properly. And this pier, this is the boat from the Raja ferry. This is the pier back over on the mainland. They're building a new pier nearby, and I don't think it's before time, because I think a few boats have actually parked a little bit close, shall we say. You'll see in the photos just here in a minute just how close some of those parks have been. I wouldn't like to see the boats, but people still walk out the wharf to tie up the incoming ferries. And after there I went to Bali, and that is bamboo holding up a concrete pour. So if you don't believe that bamboo is as strong as steel, it is. This is the footpath in Denpasar. At least on this footpath, you don't have to worry so much about motorbikes using the footpath. You just have to worry about where you put your feet. They only lay about 2 inches of concrete across the footpath over the drain underneath, and then they park trucks on the footpath. So you need to be very, very wary walking around Denpasar. After I got sick of Denpasar, I then went to Kuta for just a few days, and very, very quickly got sick of being asked if I want Viagra. And when I said no, I don't need that stuff, so then they tried to sell me some girls. I still don't need Viagra or the girls. But the beaches there are beautiful, well looked after, probably about the only good thing about Bali. I hear though that Kuta is very nice, and I would like to go there one day, but I'm not going to be in a hurry to go back to Bali. And we even found a nice little leprechaun, a Balinese one. He's real and he's trying to get us to go in. Thank you for watching this video.